from the EPP?
Yeah, listen, there's absolutely no question that you've got to have a top rugby side here. But the structure of South African rugby is so poor, it's the way in which South African rugby is run, and I'm not criticizing administrators, I'm saying 14 unions are way too many for South Africa. We've got brilliant rugby players, but we haven't got the money for 14 professional unions. So a Northern Free State guy is not a professional rugby player. He gets 10,000 rand a month. I mean, he can't retire. He's not earning a skill, and so when he's 32 and he has to stop playing, what's he going to do? So it's not professional if you're giving out pocket money. So what my view is simple: get 6 franchises, get private investment into every one of them. So young Rupert must own half of Province, a Platinum Magnate must own half of the Bulls, Aspen Pharmaceuticals. We'll find maybe the government takes half, puts half, buys because it's a. And then what you've got to do is, instead of 14 and 600 of our rugby players playing overseas, we pay 150 players to play rugby in this country, but we pay them properly. You start off at 3 million rand and the top one at 10 million rand, so we can compete. And then you say, like America do, very simply, you say you don't choose where you go. You don't choose to go to Province. We choose. We run your contract. I'm the South African director of rugby. I sit with the 6 franchise coaches. The way you do it, which are our 6 best flyers? Who are our 6 best loose-end props? Not one of them stays in the same union. So that you pass around. And if the Kings came last year, they get the first 5 picks for the next year. So you have a system whereby you rotate talent, because he's a professional, he goes where you tell him to go. And you must have a good rugby team here. But we can't have 14 unions and hope that we're going to pick up, this is going to be a sort of beacon for development, because the very best black player is going to be bought by the Bulls or by Province because they've got more money. So it's got to be, the system is incorrect. And if we want to get more, everyone talks about transformation and 50% in 2019, everyone panics. But you know what, if we just used half a brain 20 years ago, we would have enough players, because we don't have enough to put rugby fields and schools for every black kid. But we can have 100 elite rugby schools and make sure that every good black kid has an opportunity to go to those schools, because we give bursaries for them. So in Port Elizabeth, you say Grey and St Andrews and Graham, and you choose Dale and Queens are top rugby schools, and they've got good coaches and good facilities. So you say you cannot play in a school competition that is not, if your team is not properly representative of the demographics. So they must go out into the townships and find Khaleesi's and find Oklahoma Hodges. And then when you get 50% of schools rugby players black, we're going to get 50% of our clubs being black, and we'll have 50% of the national side being black.
What are the chances that it changes?
The only way you can change it is through money. So South African Rugby Union and Vodacom waste fortunes on a Vodacom Cup that no one watches. No one's interested. The only reason we have a Vodacom Cup is so that Northern Free State, Western Transvaal, Border, Boerland, these teams can have competition during the Super Rugby. What you should say is close down that. It's pointless. We have 6 franchises, 6 professional franchises with investment from private. So professional rugby is looked after by private and SARU. Then the government and SARU have got to, I think, 100 elite rugby clubs and 100 clubs. Schools, I beg your pardon, and 100 clubs. So you go around the country and you say to the Eastern Cape, which are your elite rugby schools? We'll choose, because of the demographics, you've got a lot of rugby players here, there must be 20. So you give Eastern Cape 20, you give Western Cape 20, you give Northern Free State 1. They haven't got any. There's no one who plays rugby there. So why have a rugby union there? It's a hangover from apartheid. I mean, I promise you, we go back, it's gerrymandering of votes. So Louis Lake could stay in as president because the president of Northern Free State, Western Transvaal, Potchefstroom, these aren't the liberal capitals of South Africa, I can assure you. But they voted for Louis Lake. So now, the reality of South Africa is not 1975 with the Nats in power. The reality is we need more black rugby clubs. So let's use our heads about it and say, get our schools to be more represented. Don't get a guy who leaves school and he hasn't got a club to go to because our club rugby's dying. So you take the money that you would have given to Vodacom Cup, it's $1 million, it's over $1 million. SARU gives 12 million to the unions that you close down. So you close down 8 of them, that's already $1 million, that's 200 million. You could give 100 clubs 2 million rand each. That means a guy leaving school can go and play for a club in Port Elizabeth and have a decent amateur rugby career. And you can televise it like Varsity Cup, you have a regional competition, then have a club competition, it can be televised by Supersport, you get people to sponsor. Are you telling me Vodacom don't want to get to 100 clubs, but they want to get to 14 provinces? It doesn't make sense, does it? You want to get to as many people as you possibly can. So what we've got to do is broaden the base of our rugby playing community. You can't put a rugby field into Soweto, but you can take a top Sowetan rugby player and put him into Affies quite easily, where he has the equal chance with his white counterpart to compete. How easy is it then to get Banners and Khaleesi's and all these coming out? Why is it not a surprise that you ask them, where have you been to school? They've all been to Model C schools. They haven't come out. Very few of them. Very few. Because rugby is a very complex sport that requires good coaching, and as I've told you, it requires good teammates. So you're the top player for Soweto Primary, you're never going to get anywhere. You've got to go to Grey or Affies or Grey Bloemfontein. Now, if you're English speaking, you go to an English speaking school. If you're an Afrikaans coloured guy, you'll go to Paul Roos or Paul Joe, but you can find mentors and you can find ways. I mean, it's not ever easy to do. But you know why it doesn't get done? Because our 14 presidents, 8 of them are these minor unions, not a stuff are they going to vote themselves out of a first class ticket to every Springbok game and hotels and a salary for himself and for his wife and for his child and for his brother-in-law, because it's all paying each other. Northern Free State, you find they've probably got 600 rugby players. Stellenbosch have got 3,000. You've got a president of Northern Free State, and in Stellenbosch, the president of Stellenbosch has 1 vote out of 96 clubs. So he's not even president of Western Province. It's just democracy. It's completely illogical. But no one's thought about it. Because the moment you go to SARU and you say that, they say, no.
Who has the final say now, though?
Well, there are 2 people who have the final say. The players, they go on strike. Seems to be a South African, whenever there's cup, we just go on strike. So, I mean, why don't we use it? I mean, mine workers do it, and the steel workers, why don't rugby players go on strike? You change what you're doing on top, otherwise we're going to go to France, so we're leaving. They can now. It's open market. Our players can go wherever they want. Or, you've got to get the government saying to SARU, we're not happy with you say this is all transformation, but let's have a look at how you personally are run. SARU is not run well. SARU is run exactly the same way as it was in 1993, 92, when President Mandela was coming out of Robben Island. How can that be fair for the new South Africa? Of course it can't. Why haven't we had transformation in our sport? Because the same white schools have the best facilities, have the best coaches, therefore they produce the best rugby players. It's quite simple. Unless you give equal opportunity for good sportsmen side by side with good rugby, with their good teammates, the guy can't make a cradle weak side, and then he can't be scouted to go to an academy, and he can't, you're just not going to get it.